Hello and welcome back. This is a module before Thanksgiving. This is going to be basically the last module that I'm going to talk and going to summarize what we have done in this class. I hope that I was able to portray to you that there are many fields that address the subject of visual and visual analytics, and we saw a lot of examples, but we also looked at visual narrative and how to tell a story. We looked at the structure of visual visual analytics. We looked at line, we looked at shape, we looked at texture, we looked at value, we looked at color and space. All those things play out very well in our design, in how we apply things, and I hope that you will learn how to appreciate those symbols and those components in order for you to create your own visual analytics application. So we talked about text, we talked about patterns, we talked about classical example of bar chart, line charts, pie chart, and we learned also different application. I hope that you remember, for example, in Google Fusion Table that we learned how to search for a data set, apply that into Fusion Table, and by doing so, we're able to open the Fusion Table and basically create a map out of it and add another dimension. We also looked at Adobe Illustrator, and one of the things that Adobe Illustrator is so good is everything is an object, and by doing that we are able to play with colors and save the files in different format. Example, export it for the web, and it allowed us to as a GIF or a JPEG, and this has allowed us to post it on the web. One of the things that I still think that R is so good at is called Markdown. And the idea of it is that it allowed us to generate a visual display of what is it entail. And hold on, just I'm looking for I had a video. Okay, this is from the RStudio, and this is a great presentation of what is the Arc Markdown. I will not go in depth on that subject. This is a 1 minute video. I think it is worth watching and understanding that even though R is application, we are able to upload it or to display it as HTML, and be able to do that, we just need to follow the rules, create the application, because the Markdown can also be converted into Word document. And by doing that, it will not be Microsoft, it will be basically Open Office, which is an open platform, but it allowed us to do that and allowed us to apply what it is entail. RStudio gave a very intense idea what is it entail, what is embedded, how to apply that, and what is it all embody. I will also give you line by line in the canvas. I will go over line by line and show you what is it entail. But again, this is not necessary if you are not into it. But I want you to know that there is an option in R to generate a web presentation to it. So before the break, I want to finish with a Zap, which is a company that does visual analytics. And this is the official chart type sheet that says what is it entail. And it's quite good, and I will give you also the link to it. And he shows you the Verizon bar, what is the categorical comparison, values over time is not so good, correlation is not so good, measurements, and geographical can be used, and it talks about all those components. And I think overall this is a good presentation to what we have covered so far with a textbook and the example that I gave you and the software that we use. I want to just again to remind everyone, if you are not comfortable with R, you can use any application you like. I don't care, as long as you feel comfortable and your objective is to create meanings with visual analytics, and that's the objective. Because we are almost the semester is almost over, I need to just wrap up the things that is important to me. And the thing is that visualization is a language, and I want to make sure that you understand that. It is a language, but everyone understands, but there is no structure to it, and that's why it's so interesting to learn that, because you learn something about yourself on the way. And because if this is the final of the final of the semester, this is time that next time I will go to my tenure, and my request from you is to evaluate your professor. It's really important for me to be able to communicate, but understand what you were looking at this course, what you have learned, and give me some feedback in order for me to improve. Like I do from your assignment, I want you to give me recommendation in order for me to become better instructor. This is really important because, again, many of the people in outside do not really understand the importance of visual as a language. So this is it. I would like to wish you and your family happy holidays. If you want more information about R Markdown, please let me know, and I'll give you more example. I will share it with you. I want you, if you have questions or remarks or comments about the final project, please let me know. I'll be in my office this week, next week, and the week after that, every day. So if you have a problem, please do not hesitate to come visit me, or email me, or even Skype with, and I'll be able to communicate. I hope that you have happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving. I'll hope to see you next time. Happy Year.